Hi everyone, I'm Sandra Mom.
Ben, son.
Yay! Ben is back today and I'm happy about it. We just finished watching the last video that I did, and one thing that Ben noticed on our local Facebook page where we post it, there's a lot of engagement. And so,
Yeah, which is good. I like to see that people are talking about it and being open about it, seeing different perspectives, and
yeah, positive or negative, because that means people are talking, which is great.
to all learn something from each other.
Exactly. So we just wrote a couple of notes from the last video I did, and Ben's going to give his perspective on what I was talking about. So one of the things I mentioned at the beginning of the last video is that I saw Ben and he wasn't ready to reset.
I'd say now I'm ready to reset. I got another carry this week, so I think I've reset this week. I'd say I've been a week clean now, so I think I feel more comfortable saying I've reset now than before. Before I wasn't 100% for sure, but now I can say I'm more for sure about it. So that's good. I'm thinking I'm on the right path right now.
That's awesome, Ben. And another thing that I mentioned is that I didn't ask you, are you using what's going on?
Yeah, because like when my mom used to ask a lot, it would always piss me off or make me feel bad about myself. It's just she doesn't really ask so much because it doesn't matter if I use. It just matters like, yeah, it does matter if I use because I shouldn't be using. But like, you don't always have to be asking. My mom doesn't always have to be asking about it because like that would just make me feel bad. And you want to feel bad because you want to feel good not using, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, and I want to add that one of the reasons I also don't ask is because we know, and Ben, you could address this, addicts lie. There's a lot of lying when you're using. And, Ben, you were saying earlier there was a time.
There's been times where my mom would say every day for the week that, oh, you're so good, you're not using, you're so clean, and you sound great, but I've been using every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they don't know sometimes. So it's kind of pointless to ask because even if you do know, why ask if you already think they're high? And then if you don't think they're high, why ask? Because they might actually be high and they'll just say no, or they'll always say no, or maybe they'll admit it, but
and that's a good point, Ben, and that was years ago, and I've learned that's why I don't ask. It's not that it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't. If he is using, there's lies. That's all there is to it. So another thing I talked about is I just deal with the behavior. And I was saying to them last week that there were days where you weren't feeling good. You were self-loathing.
I was just having off days. To myself, have ups and downs. Everybody has their ups and downs, I was just having a few days where I felt like, what's the point? Why was I born? And stuff like that. And I don't know. I just was really down.
And you were having a bad day. And see, my thoughts could have taken over and thought, oh, he's using, he's withdrawing, he's whatever. But, I find out today that, he hasn't used this week. It was just a bad day.
Yeah.
So, and I'm saying this to the loved ones that may be dealing with someone with a substance use disorder. It's dealing with the situation without judgment.
Yeah.
Right? Because I want you to be able to come back and open up. And share. You've shared a lot.
And now that I feel like I can say stuff, we get a lot more accomplished or more talked about because I feel more comfortable to say something to my mom. Where before I'd want to hide everything, so I'd feel like I'd just be shot down.
Yeah.
Now I feel less shot down. Now I feel like I can actually open up a bit.
Yeah, that's
open
great.
Open up more and talk about my life more and what I've been doing. I'm always saying I'm fine. I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling or whatever. I try to. Say stuff.
You try to say, I noticed that too. You say, oh, I'm good, instead of I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm good now a little bit more.
That's good.
Power of words, they say. My mom says that all the time. Power of words, power of thought and words.
Amen. And it's true. Keeping it positive.
Yeah, like I am. My mom says they're powerful words.
It is. I am. Yeah. I thank you, Ben. See, and this is the seeds that I talk about. I've been planting seeds with Ben, and they're starting to come back and germinate again. And that's what matters.
Yeah.
And we've always said relapse is part of recovery. Believe me.
It's just if you learn something from it. If you keep relapsing, you're not learning anything from it. It's not really helping. But like if you're learning how to stop or say no, you learn how to say no more easier or avoid the people or whatever it takes, then that's a positive from it,
Amen. And I'm proud of you, Ben, and you're back, and I'm hoping that you're going to be here next week. I know that a lot of people have invested in watching these videos and watching your journey. And, you know, we started these videos over 2 years ago. We did it because we want to educate people. Addiction is a family disease. It is not easy. I say I'm in my recovery just like Ben is in his recovery.
Yeah.
And it's important to take care. And I talked about my self-care, and I teach Ben how to treat me. You know, we were on the phone this week and you weren't in a good place, and it wasn't getting, you know, it was getting kind of ugly. You knew before I had a chance to say, you continue, I'm hanging up. You actually hung up before me.
Yeah.
So to me, that shows me that you're learning my boundaries to the point where you're one step ahead. You're hanging up on me because, you know, the next step would have been me hanging up on you, right? And so, yeah, it's been a long journey. It's been years, but I feel that
we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. And yeah, it's
simple put it. We're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere, and it's important that, Ben, you fall 10 times.
Get back up 11.
Exactly. We're getting back
take
up.
It every second at a time, every minute, every hour.
Yeah. All those things we've been talking about, we've got the tools. The secret is using them.
Use them, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to try to use the tools. We'll keep you posted. We thank you all for your comments. And
my mom reads them to me all the time. I love the comments. I love seeing how you guys are interacting with each other, and we're raising the stigma by talking about it more.
Yeah,
you know?
We're removing it. We're getting rid of it.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah, no, it's good, and that's what we want to do. We want to educate people because we need to talk about it because it's a disease. We talk about other diseases, and we want to get rid of any shame that comes with addiction. And that's why we're here. We're going to keep talking, and we thank you all. And remember, where there is breath,
there's hope.
Amen.
Peace.